Happy Sunday, Boalia Desmond here. Thank you for tuning in. So today's message is really about an event that happened yesterday, and it's about the number one question that I got asked yesterday. Okay, so excuse my voice if it's a little bit hoarse. We had our graduation party for my son and three of his friends, and so it was a lot of talking and a lot of talking and probably not enough water. So I think I'm just a little bit dehydrated. But anyway, so the number one question that I got asked yesterday, this question came up over and over and over from so many people that I just thought I'm going to talk about it because I'm going to. So, knowing that my son is 18, right? He's going to be going off to college in the fall. So this was the number one question that people had. What are you going to do? So you have your firstborn. He's going to be moving away. He's going to be moving away 9 hours away from you. What are you going to do? How are you going to handle that? And so, you know what? I got to thinking, well, my life is a little bit different. So I think a little bit more different than most. I was born in Zambia, raised in Ethiopia, went to boarding school at the age of 12. So I only saw my parents once a year. And I was in college at the age of 17. So my life was what was normal was me not being around my parents. That was normal for me. And so, the difference being that we've raised our children and we've been there with them since they were born to 18 now for Victor. He's 18 years old, but he's getting ready to go to school. So what am I going to do? The way I look at it, honestly, so this is truly the way I see it. We are entrusted with our children for a period of time, right? God has entrusted us. He's gifted us these children to raise, but we don't own them. So each person has a purpose here on earth. And part of that purpose is they go through a journey, right? And not everybody chooses to go to college, and that's okay. But if the path is for his next steps for him is to go to university or go to college, then that's the next step, right? So then my job then becomes I'm powering through prayers, I'm pressing in, I'm praying over him continuously that he follows the plan and path that God has laid out for him. Because truly, then we are not living their lives. So we love them enough to let them go, to experience the things that they're supposed to be experiencing. Last year we went through a pandemic, right? And that pandemic for our family was a blessing of time, a blessing of renewed relationships, a blessing of being able to get to know one another again. And that was an absolute blessing. But what it also taught me was that at any given moment, time can change, life can change in an instant. Okay, we didn't have time to prepare for COVID. COVID just came and we were forced to pivot. We were forced to do things that weren't the normal. Observing from that, it taught me that don't delay. Do not delay. Do not delay anything that you know you need to be doing or is something that you know you want to do as your next steps, right? So therefore, I'm more excited for my son to be able to be playing at the next level of basketball, to be able to be studying international business, and to have and make new relationships and friends for his next steps, right? I believe that he's already seen what he needs to see here, okay, for this part of his journey. He'll come home to see us, he'll come home to see friends, but for the next part of his journey, I believe that he's meant to meet other people. He's meant to do other things. So therefore, I embrace the journey more than I fear it. I embrace it more than I fear it. And I'm excited for him to start to live the next best years of his life, to enjoy the life that he's been given, to become the person that he's meant to become, and to see that side of him. And you know what, to be quite honest, parents, kids, start to leave, for longer pockets and periods of time from the age of really 15 and a half to 16. 15 and a half, they're getting picked up by their friends, so they're going places and doing things. 16, they have a driver's license, they get a car, and then the amount of time that they spend away from home just starts to get bigger and bigger, right? 18, they're really barely at home. So, but at that point, you should have learned to start to build in hobbies for yourself that are going to keep you busy in those pockets of time when your children keep leaving you for longer and longer periods of time. That's how I see it. Is it right or wrong? That's just, that's what I do. I fill my time. I fill my time when my children aren't there. I don't dwell on where they could be, what they're doing. I think about what can I do to fill my time that actually just it benefits me or it benefits somebody else, but it's also not related to my children, because that's the pockets of time that they're not there. So therefore, yes, I'm embracing the journey. I'm excited for my son, to be quite honest, very excited for him to learn new things, see new people, experience new things, and to push to the next part of his journey. So I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for listening, actually. And tomorrow begins the new work week. So get ready to write out the activities that you're going to do for the week so that we can celebrate you on Friday and you can get closer to your goals.